Call of Duty 2021 has some watchful eyes on it already, and it's only March. Black Ops Cold War has been incredibly hit or miss with people, and it's totally understandable. So definitely there's been an interest on what's up on deck, with the last 24 hours even presenting more information on some existing rumors, some new rumors, and everything in between for what's out there for Call of Duty fans to look forward to this upcoming year. So today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know and what you should be expecting here as we gear up towards the coming season of leaks and rumors for Call of Duty 2021. As we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. If you had sole control over Call of Duty for 2021, where would you want to see it set? Modern era, past, future, boots on the ground, advanced movement, whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts. As well, if you enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like down below. And if you are new to the channel, maybe considering that subscribe button on that road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with all things COD 2021, Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. So if you're interested in any of that, hit the subscribe button. And finally, maybe consider checking out Gamer Advantage with code Espresso for the best blue light glasses on the market to protect your eyes a little further. But anyways, let's talk about the new rumors regarding COD 2021. So, following mainstream success and sales figures of Modern Warfare mixed with Warzone, Cold War has been somewhat of an oddity for many. Many love it, many can't stand it, but statistically speaking, all official reports suggest the game's doing quite well in terms of numbers and sales figures. But what does that mean for the next year? Well, in recent times, we've had a few leakers with rather good track records speak out about mentioning Call of Duty 2021 and how it supposedly is set in World War II. From the likes of Victor Z, who's accurately leaked Modern Warfare well before its official reveal, back in early 2019 now at this point. He leaked various Cold War details well before anything else was officially made public, as well as Okami, who has a track record similar, with both reporting the game would be a World War II era game. This was the first that we had heard such a thing, and at the time, were even the first reports of the game being developed by Sledgehammer Games. But in the last 24 hours, Modern Warzone has claimed an exclusive that proposes the working codename is Call of Duty World War II Vanguard, developed by Sledgehammer Games for some time in a Q4 launch. Now, that is something that is seemingly possible here. We've had rumors as of course, the 1940s era in which it's World War II set, but also there were a few mentions of the 1950s as well, which many thought then would lead to the Korean War era, in which that could be a new uncharted territory really for Call of Duty to dive into. Now, of this proposed exclusive here with this and the title of Vanguard, the possibility of a narrative direction being a somewhat continuation of the events that we saw unfold in Call of Duty World War II has also been propped up, but potentially in an alternate timeline that isn't so much historically rooted in realism and accuracy, with things mentioned like a potential spread into the 50s with the war, while we know that of course World War II ended in 45. So it either looks to be an entirely new storyline, one that again is fictitious, or potentially it could be a created narrative in the time from the end of World War II and the start of the Korean War, a somewhat Black Ops in nature, these are the stories you were never told type of deal. But World War II Vanguard, first thing in terms of my own impressions here at this, that's a mouthful of a name once again. And while I'm imagining it is a code name or internal dev name, I certainly hope that's not what makes it to live, even if World War II is in fact that setting for Call of Duty 2021. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is already way too much to say if you ask me, and from a content perspective and considering metadata is an SEO nightmare. But Vanguard, on top of Call of Duty World War II being Vanguard, isn't much better. When it comes though to my overall thoughts and opinions on this, I'm actually pretty torn on this because I'm not immediately one of the people that is just like screw World War II, but I'm more so reluctant to this, more so for selfish and also interest in the franchise growth reasons. I'm perhaps one of the weirdos that actually really enjoyed World War II, even though it may not be the most popular of opinion. I liked it way better after the overhaul was made and the devs started to get creative with things like zombies, cool camos, wonder weapons and such. I thought that was really good once they dropped the whole realism selling point. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me, I really enjoyed that. But overall, I didn't inherently dislike the game. In fact, I actually probably played this game the most out of recent years leading up to that point. In fact, it was actually the first game that I hit Master Prestige since I think like Black Ops 2 and Ghost. I think Ghost I did actually hit 10th Prestige and maxed out with that one, but I didn't really have as much fun or playtime even at that to end up going through the 30 Prestiges I think it was of Advanced Warfare. I think I stopped at like 11. I just got tired of re-unlocking everything in Black Ops 3, so I stopped at Prestige 7 or 8. Infinite Warfare, I'll be honest with you, I barely played it, wasn't my cup of tea. That was something I got max level, I think, on Prestige 1, and then I also hit max rank in Modern Warfare Remastered, but didn't Prestige there, though I think I played more out of Modern Warfare Remastered. But then World War II, I actually did all of it. I played through all those prestiges, got to Master Prestige, and started the grind to level 1000, but it was something that I really didn't mind the game overall. So while I enjoyed World War II, I don't know if I'd want to see another World War II era game so soon here. And I say that because I feel like I've been spoiled in terms of narrative direction from Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War. You guys can say what you want, but I think that Modern Warfare 2019's campaign was phenomenal. Black Ops Cold War was a great way that they took some very beloved characters in a universe that is so adored by the fans. They did a great job, I think, at taking it and putting a story into that without having to affect the outer world of it all that much. A very tall task, I think, for both Infinity Ward and Raven as well, for writing both of those things with things that are so beloved to the fans, and I think they absolutely killed it on that. So to go back, I don't know if I want to personally see a story set within World War II. And then also when it comes to just industry standards, while it wouldn't necessarily have all that much competition in terms of World War II shooters, that's probably because World War II has been played out for quite some time now, if you ask me. Again, I had nothing wrong with World War II, I just don't think that it's the way that you want to catapult your game to the next level after 2 big years of success following Warzone, Modern Warfare, and Cold War as well. I feel like that just wouldn't be the best selling point here that would captivate fans as much as it could. And maybe I'm wrong, and I'd be absolutely all for it if I am wrong. But with things like Modern Warfare, we saw exponential growth, bringing back those classic characters, telling a new story, and having an era and an environment that felt relatable to a lot of players. Warzone, of course, going free to play, introduced the game to 70+ million players, maybe some of those already having Modern Warfare, a lot of which, though, not having it. And Cold War kind of piggybacked off that with larger than normal numbers due to the success of Modern Warfare and Warzone and that impending integration once Cold War is actually released. World War II, though, I mean, who knows? Again, I feel like they're past their perceived prime, in my opinion. There's a lack of creative freedom inherently when you have something that is so rooted in a story that's based off so much valor and respect when considering those involved in a fight. And personally, even though I loved World War II, I thought it was a fantastic campaign, multiplayer, and zombies, I just don't know if that would continue the upward trend that Call of Duty has seen in exponential numbers here over the last year and a half. Again, Cold War might have been a misstep here for many, but is still well above where we'd see a normal Call of Duty launch pre-Warzone involvement, so definitely helps out tremendously that there's still so many players coming over from a free-to-play aspect. But especially in that regard, a World War II caliber weapon set would be an incredibly interesting turn, if you ask me, especially if you have a new map at some point that's a World War II era that kind of completely would nullify any of the modern or even Cold War aspect weapons. But we might even have that problem here in a couple of months if we do end up getting a new map for Warzone if it's 80s themed. So I guess we'll see on that front. But I guess in terms of timing to see if this actually all checks out or not, I'd imagine that we see very similar time frames as of last year, with a sort of kind of all-around market for reveals and releases overall. I'd imagine that this upcoming month and a half are going to be big, focused around Warzone, potentially a new map or some large-scale changes coming in the near future, whether that be the beginning or the end of Season 3. Then, following that, a utilization of Warzone once again for free advertising and marketing directly to a player base via in-game event sometime in the summer, perhaps around that same late August time frame that we saw with a Know Your History event. But then additionally, a launch later this year in October or November. And then finally, an integration around Season 1 of 2021's introduction, giving players again and the marketing teams enough time to focus on a few big things at a time, with a few months in between bigger ticket reveals and also full-blown releases, with around the 6-month mark coming new introductions into Warzone, and then a 6-month mark after that, a new launch of the game, so that we take these yearly cycles and kind of condense them, or rather throw them off balance with more things so that it fills up more of the year with larger items, but still has a predictable feel to it. So that'd be kind of my guess here at this, but that is where we're at with this and everything that we know of right now for Call of Duty 2021, rumored to be World War II Vanguard. So that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think here of this? Again, as we asked in the intro, if you guys could have full control over 2021, where would you take it? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so it's a single thing rating all things COD 2021, Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. So if you're interested in any of that, hit the subscribe button. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, there's the best places to get kicked outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. If you guys want to check my conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. For all this out of the way, thank you guys all so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.